Would you welcome back the hand that once stabbed you in the back? We're often told that forgiveness is a virtue, a path to inner peace. And yes, it is, when given to those who seek redemption with sincerity. But what about the betrayals that cut so deep they leave scars on your very soul? The kind that doesn't just hurt, but reshapes the way you see the world, the way you trust, the way you love. Some wounds are not meant to be healed, because to heal them would mean betraying yourself. Think about it. When trust is shattered, when someone you held close reveals their true nature, do you owe them another chance? Or do you owe yourself the dignity of walking away? The Stoics were clear on this. Your peace is more valuable than the illusions you cling to. True strength isn't in tolerating the intolerable, it's in knowing when to close the door. In this video, we will explore 7 betrayals so severe that forgiving them could cost you more than you realize. These aren't just mistakes. They are violations of trust, respect, and the fundamental principles that define a healthy relationship. Each one carries a lesson, not in bitterness, but in self-respect. Because sometimes the greatest act of wisdom is refusing to let someone harm you twice. And my friend, I am on a journey to reach 1,000 subscribers. And perhaps you, the one listening right now, are the very person who will help me get there. I'm incredibly grateful for this, and I want you to be part of this journey, not just as a viewer, but as a true companion walking alongside me. Thank you once again, whether you're new here or have been with me for a while. Now, let's dive into the 7 betrayals you should never forgive. Let's begin. 1. Repeated lying, the slow poison that kills trust. Imagine this. You're building a bridge, stone by stone. Each truth shared, each promise kept, strengthens the structure. But what happens when someone starts replacing those stones with hollow imitations, lies? At first, you don't notice. The bridge still stands, but over time, it weakens. And one day, when you least expect it, under the weight of your belief in its strength, it collapses. That is what repeated lying does to trust. It doesn't just break it in a single moment. It erodes it little by little, until one day, you wake up and realize there's nothing left to stand on. Have you ever caught someone in a lie and told yourself, it's just a small thing? It doesn't matter. Maybe they lied about where they were, maybe about who they were talking to. Maybe they said something that didn't quite add up, but you brushed it off because you wanted to believe them. But then it happened again, and again, until suddenly you're questioning everything. Was anything ever real? Can I ever trust them again? Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." A person who lies over and over again isn't just making mistakes, they're revealing who they are. And when someone shows you their true colors, believe them. The Stoics teach us that we cannot control others, we can only control our response. And sometimes, the most self-respecting response is to walk away. To forgive a single lie may be wisdom, but to excuse a pattern of dishonesty is to betray yourself. Because love cannot grow where trust is constantly being chipped away. A relationship built on deception is a relationship destined to collapse. So let me ask you this. Are you holding on to something that keeps proving unworthy of your trust? Are you giving second chances to someone who keeps showing you they don't deserve them? You deserve honesty. You deserve certainty. You deserve a love that doesn't make you question everything. Never hesitate to reevaluate a connection that forces you to live in doubt, because in the end, only truth can sustain love. 2. Physical or emotional abuse. Love shouldn't hurt. What is love supposed to feel like? Safe? Warm? Like home? Or do you find yourself walking on eggshells, afraid of saying the wrong thing? Do you feel small when you should feel cherished? Do you ever wonder, is this love, or is this something else entirely? A relationship should be a refuge, a place where you feel respected, supported, and valued. But when abuse enters, whether physical or emotional, that foundation crumbles. Love should not leave bruises, whether on your body or your heart. Maybe you've told yourself, it was just a bad day. They didn't mean it. The first time, you excuse it. The second time, you rationalize it. And by the third, you convince yourself that maybe it's my fault. But let's be clear, it is never your fault. Imagine a beautiful garden, full of life and color. Now imagine someone slowly poisoning the soil. At first, the flowers still bloom, the trees still stand, but over time, the poison seeps in. The roots weaken, the leaves wither, and soon what was once vibrant turns lifeless. That's what abuse does to your soul. It doesn't just hurt you in the moment, it changes the way you see yourself. You start believing you deserve less. You start shrinking, dimming your own light just to survive. But here's the truth. Real love does not demand suffering. Real love does not break you, it builds you. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." You may not be able to change someone else's behavior, but you can choose whether or not to stay in a place that hurts you. So let me ask you this. Are you making excuses for someone who keeps hurting you? Have you mistaken control for care, fear for love? Because love should not feel like fear. Love should not feel like pain. Walking away from abuse is not weakness. It is courage in its purest form. It is a declaration that you will no longer let someone else define your worth. You deserve to feel safe. You deserve to be loved without conditions. You deserve a love that lifts you up, not one that tears you down. So if you've been waiting for a sign, here it is. It's time to step out of the storm, because there is light waiting for you on the other side. 3. Public humiliation. Love shouldn't make you feel small. Love is meant to lift you up, not tear you down. So why do you feel so small when you're with them? Imagine this. You're at a gathering, surrounded by friends, laughing, feeling good. Then suddenly your partner makes a cruel joke at your expense. The room goes silent. Eyes shift toward you. Your stomach sinks. You force a smile, pretending it doesn't hurt. But it does. Maybe they say, "Relax, I was just joking." Maybe they tell you you're too sensitive. Maybe they act like you're the problem for feeling hurt. But deep down, you know the truth. Someone who truly loves you would never enjoy seeing you in pain. Public humiliation isn't just a moment of embarrassment. It's a betrayal. A slow erosion of your confidence. A message that your feelings don't matter, that your dignity is disposable. Marcus Aurelius once said, "A person's worth is no greater than their ambitions." And someone who constantly humiliates their partner in front of others, their ambition is not love, it's control. So ask yourself, have you ever laughed along just to keep the peace? Have you ever stayed silent just to avoid another insult? That's not love. That's manipulation. A healthy relationship makes you feel safe, respected, valued, not like a punchline, not like an afterthought. And if someone repeatedly chooses to shame you in front of others, believe them. Believe that they don't respect you the way they should. Believe that they don't deserve another chance to do it again. Because love shouldn't make you feel small. It should remind you how much you matter. 4. Repeated infidelity. Love shouldn't feel like betrayal. Trust is fragile. It takes years to build, seconds to break, and sometimes a lifetime to repair. Now ask yourself this. If someone betrays you once, can you ever truly trust them again? Maybe they swore it was a mistake. Maybe they begged for forgiveness, promising it would never happen again. And because you loved them, you gave them another chance. But then, it happened again and again. Each time, the apologies became emptier. The promises meant less. And with every betrayal, a piece of your heart, of your dignity, was chipped away. Infidelity is not just about cheating. It's about deception. It's about looking you in the eyes while knowing they've already broken the bond between you. It's about making a choice, over and over again, to put their desires above your trust. Epictetus once said, "If someone is unfaithful, they have wronged themselves first." Because cheating doesn't just say something about you. It reveals everything about them. Their lack of discipline, their lack of respect, their inability to value what they have. So let me ask you, are you forgiving someone who keeps showing you they don't deserve it? Are you holding on to a love that keeps betraying you? Because love should feel safe, not like a constant question. A single mistake might be repairable. But repeated infidelity? That's not a mistake. That's a pattern, and when someone shows you their pattern, believe them. You deserve loyalty. You deserve honesty. You deserve a love that mirrors the faithfulness you give. So if someone keeps betraying you, stop asking why they did it again. Start asking why you're still giving them the chance to. 5. Gaslighting. Love shouldn't make you doubt yourself. Have you ever been so sure of something, only to be told you were wrong? Maybe you confronted them about something hurtful they said. Maybe you caught them in a lie. Maybe you simply expressed how you felt. And instead of listening, they made you question yourself. That never happened. You're imagining things. You're too sensitive. At first you argue. You know what you saw. You know what you heard. But over time, doubt creeps in. Maybe I did misunderstand. Maybe I am overreacting. And just like that, your reality is no longer your own. Gaslighting isn't just manipulation. It's control. It's a slow, deliberate erosion of your confidence. A way to make you depend on them because you no longer trust yourself. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If someone can prove me wrong, I will gladly change." I seek truth. But gaslighting isn't about truth. It's about bending reality to serve one person's needs. It's about making you doubt what you know to be real, so they can keep you exactly where they want you. So ask yourself, have you started apologizing for things that weren't your fault? Have you stopped trusting your own memory? Do you feel like you're losing yourself? Because love shouldn't make you feel confused. It should make you feel seen. A healthy relationship doesn't make you question your own mind. It doesn't make you shrink into silence. It doesn't turn you into a version of yourself that's constantly second-guessing everything. So if someone keeps twisting your reality, believe what you feel. Believe what you see. Believe yourself. And walk away before you forget how to. 6. Controlling behavior. Love shouldn't feel like a cage. Love is meant to feel like freedom, not like a prison. But tell me, do you feel free? Or do you find yourself constantly explaining your choices? Constantly asking for permission instead of making your own decisions? Constantly afraid of upsetting them? At first it might have seemed like care. I just want what's best for you. I'm only trying to protect you. But over time, their concern became control. Who you talk to, what you wear, where you go, how you think. And little by little, you stop deciding for yourself. A relationship should empower you, not diminish you. Love should feel like an open road, not like walls closing in. Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." So ask yourself, are you still in control of your own life, or has someone else slowly taken that control away? Because love doesn't demand obedience. Love doesn't make you feel small. Love trusts, love respects, love lets you be you. And if someone is trying to control you, they're not loving you. They're caging you. So don't stay in a cage, no matter how pretty it looks. You deserve to be free. 7. Lack of accountability. Love shouldn't feel one-sided. We all make mistakes. That's not the problem. The problem is when someone refuses to own up to them. Have you ever tried to talk about something that hurt you, only to be met with blame? You're overreacting. It's not my fault. You always find something to complain about. And suddenly the conversation isn't about what they did. It's about how you are the problem. Over time, you stop bringing things up. You start swallowing your feelings. Because what's the point of talking if nothing ever changes? But here's the truth. A relationship without accountability is a relationship without growth. Marcus Aurelius once said, "A man must stand erect, not be kept erect by others." Love isn't about perfection, but it is about responsibility. About two people willing to admit when they're wrong, willing to do better, willing to meet each other halfway. So ask yourself, are you the only one trying to fix things? The only one apologizing? The only one taking responsibility? Because love shouldn't feel like a battle you fight alone. It should feel like two people choosing each other every single day. And if they can't take responsibility for their actions, then they don't deserve your patience, your energy, or your love. So we've just gone through 7 betrayals that should never be forgiven. 7 signs that a relationship is no longer built on love, trust, or respect. Now I want to ask you, did any of these feel familiar? Have you been excusing lies, enduring pain in the name of love, shrinking yourself to keep the peace? If so, this is your reminder. You deserve more. You deserve honesty. You deserve respect. You deserve a love that lifts you up, not one that breaks you down. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. You cannot control others, but you can control what you allow in your life. You can choose to walk away from what no longer serves you. And sometimes leaving isn't losing, it's winning yourself back. So if this message spoke to you, don't ignore it. Trust yourself. Choose yourself. And if you haven't already, subscribe, and share this with someone who might need to hear it. Because no one deserves to live in doubt, fear, or pain. Thank you for being here. Now go and choose the love you truly deserve.